all you youngsters who are watching out there, some fantastic display of outfield catching there by Singapore. Even the one catch as the dot balls bowled that Anish took as well in the second ball of this over, he had that presence of mind to juggle it and still hold on to it.
It's a close one at the bowler's end, nudged away by Deepakari, backward square leg. The new batsman is the opening bowler for Nepal, Sompal Kami. Nepal are 80 for 6 off 11. I'll take a break from here and Zubin will take over.
Welcome back, Zubin.
Thank you, Ash. I have to admit, I was getting a bit excited out there. It's been a terrific performance. Singapore have really tightened the pressure, and they've caused the batsmen from Nepal to force the pace. And like I said, this is not one of those grounds which you can clear that easily. It is very misleading. You need to play good cricketing shots and get maximum value. That's a close one.
Yes. So did it hit him outside the line? I'm not sure, but yes, you're right.
Probably some bat in it. No, it pitched outside leg.
Good ball.
Well, I was standing in the crowd, and when Ananta Krishna started his spell, I said this could be the turning moment in the game. And then Chetan Suryavanshi pulled off the most spectacular catch. I think that was a catch that met international standards of spectacular on the boundary. It was not the catch he took, but the way he landed back inside the rope that probably made it that. And I think that to me is, if somebody were to ask me what the turning point of the game was, it was that.
Oh,
it
yes.
was that catch.
You're spot on, Zubin. That's exactly what we were saying when that catch was taken, although we mistakenly thought it was Janak Prakash who took that catch.
Was it Janak?
I thought it was
Janak, I'm sorry.
Okay, so played out towards deep mid wicket. Very well fielded there by Surendran to cut that down to 2. Sorry, that was Tim. My apologies, folks.
Everything is going for Singapore at this point. They're fielding and bowling like a side on top. The dives are coming in, the balls are being stopped, and from here on, Nepal will need something superhuman to win the game for them, because this asking rate now is almost, or probably more than 12 and over, and it's a very uphill task from here with only 4 wickets left in hand.
Indeed, with all their top batsmen back in the dressing room, it's going to be a superhuman effort from the lower order batsmen. Straight.
That's a very good shot down the track. He used his feet very well and hit it for 6. Beautiful shot there by Dipendra Singh. He's not going to go down without a fight, and he's just showing that. It's something for the fans to cheer about, and it tells the Singapore team that this game is far from over. They still have 4 more wickets to get, and Nepal need exactly 103 runs from here.
Spot on there, Zubin. You just cannot afford to get complacent. You have to stay in the game all the way through. Sometimes, you know, sitting in that driver's seat, sometimes you can get a little bit lazy, thinking we've got the game in the bag. I'm sure you'll be able to share from your experience.
Complacency, yes, absolutely. It's been the downfall of many a fielding side from time to time, where, you know, the last 2 or 3 wickets have come and taken the game away. So Singapore need to be careful here and not let it Slip out of hand.
Quick single taken.
Good fielding, good pressure.
Yes, slightly expensive this over.
But he still bowled a beautiful spell so far. 19 in 3 overs, and that 1 wicket of a spectacular catch
Oh yes.
by Janak, as I've been corrected, and rightly so.
Definitely good figures so far by Ananta. He's got good control. That's very important for a leg spinner. This Kumar bowling his last over. Starts off with a dot ball. He's been a consistent performer for Singapore over the years, Selador.
Well bowled again, keeping it tight. Only
Yeah.
a single of that ball. This shouldn't worry Singapore too much at this stage. Dot balls and ones. It's as long as they can keep the boundaries down to a minimum.
Exactly. Zubin, Singapore will definitely not be bothered about the ones and twos every so often.
What Sompal and Dipendra will be looking for is the boundary, and you know, he showed us in the previous over, Dipendra Singh, that he is no mug with the bat. He danced down the wicket. Ananta is not an easy bowler to step out to. He's tall, he's quick through the air, but the way he played that shot told you that there's a lot there as far as Dipendra is concerned as a batsman. He's a good player.
He's hit that out towards deep mid for a couple. Yes, that six was a very good display of that basics of batting, of you know, setting yourself up in that strong base. Oh,
Probably hit him outside off stump, the point of impact. And with Selador coming around the wicket, he's probably not going to get a lot of turn, and the ball's probably sliding down. That said, it's still a good shout. I've liked the umpiring in this game. It's been very consistent, and what I've liked is what I've liked particularly in this tournament is that the umpires haven't been trigger happy. Something we've you know, I think as a player, it's the one thing you want. You're fine with umpires erring on the side of caution than to throw it to the wind. Another good over by Selador. That's the end of his spell. 4 wickets for 25. What a performance that is by the off spinner. A great spell, probably a match-winning one. We'll see how the game goes, but excellent effort under the circumstances.
indeed, Zubin, very well bowled by Selador again. He did that in that game against Malaysia as well the other day. Some good consistent performances throughout this tournament. 4 wickets today, he'll be happy.
4 wickets in a final.
He's held his nerves.
4 wickets in any inning is a great return for a bowler, and in a T20 final of this magnitude, it is a huge effort.
Oh, for sure. Janak's come back in as a batsman's taken. Okay, there's a bit of misfield there, which has resulted in a 4.
It's sloppy on the third man boundary there. Just trying to get who the fielder was.
Exactly to, was it Surendran? No,
Surendran.
it was Surendran. No, actually, it was Vijay Kumar, Saladori Vijay Kumar, and like we were talking, you know, you can't get complacent.
Yes.
Played out to sweeper, and a mix-up there.
And there's the run out.
There was never a second run in there when the ball was hit out at deep extra cover. And Dipendra Singh, obviously understanding that they have to go try and go for maximum runs every ball, took a bit of a big punt there. His partner wasn't interested.
I think it was Sompal who's run out. He was going for the second run. Dipendra is now on strike.
Yeah, my apologies, folks.
That was Sompal who played that shot, and somehow they obviously did not communicate amongst themselves. But Dipendra was quite clear from the very beginning that he didn't want the second run, but Sompal kept running, and even though he was fortunate, the throw went to the keeper, but
there was plenty of time with him.
There was plenty of time if he decided to come back, yes. But he just kept running, and that did it. Good take by Janak at the bowler's end. It wasn't not the best of throws by Manpreet on the bounce, but Janak kept his cool, caught the ball and took the bails off. The umpire clearly had no hesitation in giving that out.
Exactly, just that importance of keeping your eyes on the ball. That's
and
what
keeping
it
your
is.
cool, yes.
A wild swing there. Good comeback by Janak in this over after going for 14 in his first. $100 up, 100 for 7. Not looking pretty for Nepal. It was an interesting shot. There was like a swat pull.
He's a talented batsman, Dipendra Singh. He's got so much time. The way he swatted that ball. Janak he's medium fast, and he dug that in. But the thing I've noticed in this inning in particular has been Amjad Mahboob's field placements, which have been pretty spot on. I know I was a little critical in the beginning of the fielder he had at deep square leg on Vinod's bowling, but other than that, he's got his fielders in the right place most of the time, especially with the catches. And that's another wicket. Looks like it.
Yes. Fingers gone up. Singapore crowds just absolutely going wild out there in the pavilion. I can hear the background noise in the background. Yep, there was a big deviation there, big deflection off the bat. Good simple take for Manpreet. Nepal 8 down. Singapore are definitely now right in with this one. It is from this point on going to be next to impossible for Nepal. What Singapore will be looking for now is to get those remaining 2 wickets and get them quickly to make it a big win for themselves. That's what they will be trying to do. 14 gone, 101 for 8. Folks, this live coverage is brought to you exclusively by the Singapore Cricket Association and Wii Sports. Hope you're enjoying our coverage out at home. A lot of work has been put in by the production team in bringing this together. as this game progresses towards close, do like the Singapore Cricket Association Facebook page as well. It's a wide.
Jana getting a bit carried away there. Bending his back, but losing control of his line and length,
Yes.
giving a wide. I think even the captain's going to forgive him at this stage.
Yes, I would say so. With this score and this number of wickets, you do have a little bit of a leeway of going away with a few loose ones. Finishes off with a dot ball. 1 or 2 for 8 at the end of 14. Exactly 90 runs needed of 6 overs.
You could probably discuss that if there was, you know, a far smaller number in that wickets column next to the scoreboard. But given the number of wickets they've lost, I'm not sure how much of a chance. I don't know enough about Nepal or Dipendra looks good, but I don't know how much Basant Regmi can bat. It does look to be more of a case of how quickly Singapore can wrap this up now.
Oh yes, and it is also about the pressure on the lower order batsmen. They might be able to bat and bat well, but if chances are that you don't bat out there in the middle that often because your top order does well, in this kind of situation it makes it even more difficult. That's sort of pulled behind square for a 4 by Dipendra.
Vinod's got to finish well here. This is an older ball now. It's not the new ball that he was bowling with. So he probably needs to adjust his line a little bit and move a little more towards the offside, because the ball will come slower off the wicket, and that'll give the batsman enough time to place him anywhere on the leg side. It was okay. That line was okay when the ball is new, so he'll just have to make that slight adjustment.
Right about that, Zubin.
He doesn't mind that single, gets Dipendra off strike. No, he refused that run. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Dipendra is going to do a Mahendra Singh Dhoni now. He's going to farm the strike for himself
yes.
and then look to see.
There you go. He's been held to a single there by the fielder there behind square. But you was, as you were saying earlier about Amjad's field placements, he's been good throughout the tournament. Even the game against Malaysia, he was spot on with his catches and the ones out saving the boundaries.
Well, I was telling Sharon earlier, I call him the wicket-taking arm for the Singapore bowling side. More importantly, what I feel is he's a very calm and collected individual. He's never ruffled about anything, and that's something that comes naturally to a player, and especially a leader.
Yes.
I'm personally a big fan of the leaders who can keep their calm in the storm, and he seems to have that, and that's the end of
Dipendra Singh.
Dipendra Singh. Stumped off a wide ball, very well bowled. He saw him charging and bowled it wide down the legs, and a brilliant take by Manpreet Singh.
Yes, he
to
has.
get that stumping.
He has done a good job behind the stumps, Manpreet Singh. Brilliantly taken.
This reminds me of a stumping in the '96 World Cup. Tendulkar was, I think, batting on 96.
Is this
or
a semi-final?
no, this is the game against Australia, and Tendulkar was going all guns, and Mark War was bowling off spin, and he had him stumped off a wide ball. He saw him charging and bowled it really wide of the off stump, which was, you know, it's etched in my memory. And this was again very good bowling by Vinod. He saw the batsman, I think, and he just slipped it down leg side to.
No, very, very intelligent bowling there. And talking about when you talked about calm leaders and, you know, having that aspect, which is quite important for all the youngsters out there as well. You know, if you want to lead and lead well. Zubin himself captained Singapore for a number of years. So some good pearls of wisdom there, kids, if you want to learn to lead well.
If you look at some of the best captains in cricket, you will notice that they give very little away from the emotion on their faces. And I was reading Shane Warne's book, No Spin, recently, and he rates Mark Taylor as one of the best. Alan Border and Mark Taylor as the two best captains he's played under. And
that's
the end. That's it. Singapore
has wrapped it up. Fantastic, fantastic win for the boys. As you can see, the celebrations, all them going wild out there. The crowd is just loud, cheering them on. Singapore are the champions of this ICC T20 World Cup qualifiers Asia final. They'll be going down to Dubai, I believe, in September to play the next round, out of which 6 teams will progress to Australia next year in October for the T20 World Cup. Well done, Team Singapore.
Spectacular win. Very happy for the boys. It's been a lot of hard work by a lot of people, not just in the team but even behind the scenes. And a huge congratulations to all the people involved in the association, in the coaching staff, the support staff, all the administrators of the game. Spectacular effort. Congratulations to Singapore.
Folks, stay tuned in, because we will also bring you some interviews with the players. We'll try and do that for you. And we will also have the presentations coming up too. This has been an exciting win for Singapore. We will definitely try our best to talk to a couple of the players. At the same time, folks, I would also like to thank my fellow commentators, Zubin, as well as Sharon. It has been an absolute pleasure to bring this game to you guys out there on your screens. Hope you enjoyed the coverage, Zubin.
Thank you very much. Sheer joy being here, and congratulations once again. Commiserations to Nepal, but a huge margin of defeat there. Very well played by Singapore.